viewers, you're welcome back to Shabest online tutorial. In today's tutorial, we're going to learn how to construct a confidence interval for difference in population proportion. In our last class, we discussed about how to calculate the confidence interval in population proportion, but in today, we are going to look at difference in population proportion. In this case, we are going to have two populations. If you are new here, consider subscribing to my channel. Also follow me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram at Shabest Online Tutorial. So the question on the board reads, in a sample of 350 boys and 300 girls, shown that 196 boys and 177 girls were against free education up to the university level. So, and the question says we're asked to set up a 99% confidence interval for the difference proportion of boys and girls against free education up to the university level. So this is two population. We have this sample of 350 boys, then 300 girls. And out of these 350 boys, 196 boys out of 350 were against what? Free education up to university. And also out of the 300 girls, 177 girls also against free education up to the university level. Now we are going to set up a 99% confidence interval for the difference proportion of boys and girls against free education up to university level. So let's get started. Solution. So the first thing we are going to do is to write the formula used to calculate the confidence interval for difference in population proportion, and the formula is given as 99% confidence interval, which can be represented as EI, which is equal to what? P1. P1 is represented by population of the boys, then minus P2, which is population of the girls, then plus or minus. We are going to use Z table because the sample is greater than 30. You recall, if n is greater than 30, we use Z table. Otherwise, if n is less than 30, we use T table. So now that our sample is larger, is bigger, we are going to use Z table, which is what? Z alpha over 2, then multiply by what? Multiply by square root of P1 Q1, which is population of the boys, then divided by the sample of the boys, then plus what? P2 Q2 over the sample of girls. So this is for the boys and this is for the girls. You close the bracket. So the next thing we are going to do is to get the value of our P1, P2. Also, we read the value from Z table. Also, N1 and N2 is given from the question. So from the question, N1 is equal to what? N1 is given the sample of boys, which is 350. We have 350. Then N2 is the sample of girls, which is what? 300 girls. So this is N1 and N2. Now the next thing is to get our P1, which is population for the boys. And to get P1, we are going to use it 196 boys, that is against education, divided by the total number of the sample of boys, which is 350. So we're going to have 196 boys over the number of the sample, which is 350 boys. So this is going to give us what? 196 divided by 350 is going to give us 0.56. Going to have 0.56. So this is for P1. So let us get P2. P2, which is equal to population for the girls. 177 girls is against free education. So we're going to have 177 divided by the sample of the girls, which is 300. So 177 divided by 300, which is equal to what? If you divide 177 divided by 300, it will give us 0.59. So we have gotten P1, P2, N1, N2. So what left? The next is what? Q1. So Q1. And Q1 for the boys is going to be what? 1 minus P1, which is equal to what? 1 minus P1 is what? 0.56. 0.56. So if you take away 0 0.56 from 1 is going to give us what? It's going to be our Q1, which is going to be 0.44. So the next thing is Q2 for the boys. So it's going to be 1 minus P2. And the P2 is what? 0.59. We're going to have 1 minus 0.59, which is equal to what? If you take away 0.59 from 1, it's going to give us 0.41. 0.41. So we have gotten N1, N2, P1, P2, Q1, Q2. Now the next thing is to read our Z from the table. So now we can substitute this to the formula. We're going to have a 99% confidence interval will be equal to P1 from the formula is from the given. P1 from our calculated is 0.56. We're going to have what? 0.56 minus P2. P2 calculated is 0.59. 0.59 close bracket plus or minus. Now we are going to read Z from the table. So this is Z table, and this is 99% confidence interval. So if you are reading from table, so this is 99% confidence interval is going to be what? 2.576. I'm going to have 2.576. Then multiply by what? Multiply by square root of, remember everything, square root cover everything. So P1 from the calculator we have 0.56. Then multiply by what? Multiply by Q1. This is Q1, 0.44. Then divided by N1, and N1 is 350 for the boys. And plus P2 is 0.59, and multiply by Q2, which is 0.41. Then everything divided by N2, which is the sample for the girls, which is 300. So we close the bracket. So the next thing we're going to do is to simplify. We're going to have what? 0.56 minus 0.59 is going to give us what? 0.03. Then plus or minus 2.576. Then you open bracket. So if you simplify this, 0.56 multiply by 0.44, then divided by 350 is going to give us what? So this is going to give us 0.000704. Then plus, remember the square root is in the square root. Then plus, if you simplify this, 0.59 multiple 0.41, then divided by 300 is going to give us what? 0.000806. 0.00806. So now we can close the bracket. So the next thing we're going to have a minus 0.03 plus or minus 2.576. Then multiply by what? So if we plus these two numbers, it's going to give us what? Into the bracket of square root of 0.0015. 0.0015. So the next thing is to simplify this. I'm going to have minus 0.03 plus or minus square root of 0.0015, then multiply by 2.575 is going to give us what? 0.10. So now remember, you are going to take the negative part before the positive part. We are going to have a minus 0.03 minus 0.10 is going to give us what? Minus 0.13. Minus 0.13. Then the next is the positive side. Minus 0.03 plus 0.10 is going to give us what? 0.07. So this is how to construct a 99% confidence interval for difference in population proportion. So the two population must be given before you can calculate the difference in population proportion. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also follow me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram at Shabes Online Tutorial. Bye.